Hello, living in Boulder vlog on, I think it's the 25th February at 11:23 in the morning on Monday. So I was working until 2 in the morning and I got up at 10, so I think it was an 8 hours day of sleep. And I've been working since then. I finished. Yesterday was my day of via no wait aqueduct of Virgo, the Virgin, and it's super time consuming. And then I started this morning. I finished one section of Claudius, and then I'm working on the other. Here, I'll show what I'm doing here. So as you see the white block there on the top, that's the one I'm doing now because the white block in the middle is what I already did. So the white block in the middle was the water, and then the one on the left is the left side, and then I have to do the right side. So it was 244 because it's 244 posts from the wall to where I dropped it off at the temple before, because I didn't build it, and to the part that bridges over across to the Palatine yet. So it's 244 to there. And then I had to do another 244 for the body of it, like the bridge of it. And then I just did the 244 waters, and then I have to do 244 lefts, and then right. So it's 5 times I have to do 244 things just for one aqueduct. But that's why it takes a long time. And I had to do that for the Virgo too, which is not quite as long as the Virgo is like 200 or something. But luckily for me, the only other aqueducts to do after this aren't very long. They don't go stretch very far into the city. They just go in a little bit and then drop off, like near the Baths of Diocletian. And then the other one that's really long, like the Alsaina, that's all underground. There's only 240 feet of it that's above ground on arches. So it's just going to be, because after I'm done, after I did Aquas Virgus, I didn't bother to finish it, like to do the demo of it, to like do all the heights and make it look real, because I did a demo at the very beginning and it looked amazing. So, after I'm done with the Claudia, so I'm just gonna leave it, and then I'm gonna do the other aqueducts, which aren't that long, and then it gets kind of interesting because they get complicated. They start going in different directions and stuff. So, and then I have to decide, what I'm gonna make it look like, the cisterns and how it spreads out. I know how wide all the pipes are that go to the houses there. I think it's 4 centimeters wide. Because I was listening to Frontinus, his book about aqueducts today. I mean, that's too small to draw on Google Earth. But I was actually thinking about drawing in the network of pipes to the house. I don't think I'm going to do that. That's too much. But to the cisterns, I think I will. So I was always really interested to see what Aqua Claudius looked like, because it's the Aqua Claudius where it goes into the Palatine Hill still exists, and it's still really high, and it bridges a deep valley between the Aventine Hill and the Palatine Hill. And so I've always wanted to know what it looked like to build a model of the aqueduct and see how realistic I could make it look, and make it bridge across the valley, and make it look. You can adjust the height in increments of a meter. So when I tested it with the Aqua Virgo coming into town, I tried it in 2 different courses. The first course, well, when I pasted the image down, I just kind of did it over the hills, and it was like, wait, you need to have it over something level. So I had it going down the road so that when you look at it from afar, it looks even. because I'm doing it piece by piece. And if it's over a mountain, it'll be doing like this and won't look right. So when I did it on the right course along the road and then down, it looked really good. So but Claudia's I followed the actual map. I know the exact way it went, and it may have gone over some hills. So you're gonna have to do some more adjusting with the height. But if I can make it look good, it's gonna look awesome. I mean, when I looked at the Virgo, it looked really good because it's crispy. Because this polygon, it looks just as good when you come close into it as when you're out far. And yeah, I'm super looking forward. And I've always thought that. I remember even before I built Rome on Google Earth, I always figured, man, what would it look like? Or maybe when I first started building Rome stuff on Google Earth, the ultimate thing would be to build the Aqua Claudia going across Rome over on the those pillars, those arches, and making it look realistic, across it the and kind of even make it look like it's actually is going level. So and also I wanted to see if I could make it look realistic, the actual aqueduct coming out from its source. The Aqua Virgo goes from only 8 miles away. So 8 Roman miles, which is 7.77 English miles. So it's not too far to build actually a real model. I mean, obviously I wouldn't build it the same way with all the posts. I just build a road. But the thing is, the reason that I have to build it in the different pieces with the posts is so that it adjusts to the contour of the land. Because if you just have it in one and then the contour goes down, it goes out. And then if you have to build the second one, it's way down below and it just takes you out of it. It's it's too blocky. But you can take advantage of that feature with the aqueduct, because that's how aqueducts really worked in real life. That's how they looked. Like they would start really low. Like the Aqua Virgo only went down like a total of like, oh man, I can't remember, but I couldn't believe it when they said it was like only 50 feet or whatever, and 8 miles or less or something. It was insane. Yeah, like it was like a foot a mile, right? So like 8 feet and 8 miles. Yeah, it's insane. So what they do is they just have there's this swampy area, right? And then they kind of irrigate it and they block off and to make all the water coagulate into one area to make a stream, and then they make the stream bigger. And then they funnel the stream in, only they don't make it go down, they make it as level as they can. And so as it goes out, it gradually, the thing that's holding the water gradually gets higher and higher off the earth until it's high enough to be on stilts, on those arches. And then they just make the arches as high as they can to take advantage, as close to the original height, to take advantage of, to get as much height so that they can have as much force for the water once they get into Rome, and take it and serve the highest parts of Rome, because Rome's on hills. You have to be able to make one high enough to serve where the people live on the hilltops. So that's what it looked like. So if I could make it look like that in real life, with my tool, the way that it works, you just trace it and then you see it kind of gradually come up. That would be really cool. But I tried that a little bit with the Aqua Virgo, and it was just, it was too like this. I don't even understand how they did it, because they said it went over the Aventine Hill. But the Aventine Hill was like 200 feet or something like that, 100 feet higher than the spring that it came from. So at least according to Google Earth. So whatever, I'm just going to do the best I can, have it pop out the rooftop of the Horti Celestani up there, the Gardens of Celeste. Is that what's his name? Yeah. So anyways, So I'll finish the aqueduct, tracing the Aqua Claudia in a few hours, couple hours, 2 or 3 hours if I keep working, and then that's when I get to finish the other aqueducts, find out where they go, and they're not nearly as far. Maybe I could finish all that today, and then finish all the aqueducts, and then figure out where they go, and then build them. Then tomorrow I'll do a demo. I'll do a video demo of it. So all right, peace out. Later on.